TV soap news and spoilers say that the city of Chicago pulses with a restless energy, its towering skyscrapers casting long shadows over the dreams of those who dare to chase them. For Anita, the windy city is more than a backdrop, it's the crucible where her past, present, and future collide. A singer with a voice that could once silence a room, Anita has returned to Chicago with her sisters, Tracy and Sharon, to resurrect their musical trio, a group that once held the promise of stardom. But beneath the glitz of their ambitions lies a tangled web of pain, secrets, and unresolved wounds. As the drama of Beyond the Gates unfolds, whispers of a catastrophic event swirl, and the question looms, will Vernon, Anita's confidant and anchor, receive a terrifying call that shatters their fragile hope? Let's dive into the heart of this story, where the stakes are as high as the Chicago skyline, and every moment teeters on the edge of tragedy. Anita, Tracy, and Sharon arrived in Chicago with a shared dream and a suitcase full of memories. The city holds a special place in their hearts, it's where their musical journey began years ago, in smoky jazz clubs and dimly lit stages. Back then, their harmony was flawless, their sisterly bond unbreakable, and their performances electric. They were on the cusp of greatness, their voices blending in a way that felt almost otherworldly. But fame is a fickle lover, and their rise was cut short by betrayals, heartbreak, and a falling out that left their dreams in tatters. Now, years later, Chicago beckons them back. The city's vibrant music scene, with its blend of blues, jazz, and soul, is the perfect place to reignite their passion. Anita, the group's lead singer, is determined to reclaim her voice and her place in the spotlight. Tracy, the fiery choreographer, brings her relentless energy to perfect their routines. Sharon, the quiet songwriter, carries the weight of their shared history in her lyrics. Together, they hope to recapture the magic that once defined them. But Chicago is not just a city of opportunity, it's a city of ghosts, and the sisters' past is waiting to confront them. Their reunion is fraught with tension. Years of silence have left scars that no amount of rehearsal can heal. Anita's decision to pursue a solo career after their initial breakup drove a wedge between her and her sisters, particularly Tracy, who felt abandoned. Sharon, caught in the middle, has her own regrets. She blames herself for not doing more to keep the group together. As they settle into a cramped apartment in Chicago's South Loop, the sisters are forced to confront the pain they've buried. Late-night arguments erupt over old grudges, and rehearsals are punctuated by sharp words and lingering glances. Yet, there's an undeniable pull between them, a flicker of the bond that once made them unstoppable. The question is whether they can harness that connection before it's too late. As the sisters navigate their fragile reconciliation, a darker cloud looms over their story. Rumors have surfaced that Tamara Tooney, the actress who portrays Anita in Beyond the Gates, may have left the show. The news spreads like wildfire among fans, igniting speculation about what this could mean for Anita's arc. In the world of soap operas, an actor's departure often signals a dramatic exit for their character, a car crash, a sudden illness, a mysterious disappearance. If Tooney is indeed gone, Anita's fate hangs in the balance, and the possibility of a catastrophic event feels all too real. The rumor is particularly chilling because Anita's journey in Chicago is already precarious. The city, with its gritty charm and unpredictable streets, is a character in its own right. Anita has been pushing herself to the limit, juggling late-night performances, grueling rehearsals, and the emotional toll of repairing her relationships with Tracy and Sharon. She's been spotted wandering the city alone, lost in thought, her eyes haunted by memories she can't escape. Fans of Beyond the Gates have noted the subtle clues in recent episodes: Anita's reckless behavior, her tendency to take risks, her late-night walks through dangerous neighborhoods. Could these be foreshadowing a tragedy? The idea of Vernon receiving a terrifying call about Anita's situation is not far-fetched. Vernon, Anita's closest friend and confidant, has been a steady presence in her life, even from afar. Played with quiet intensity, Vernon is the one person Anita turns to when the weight of her choices becomes too much. Their late-night phone calls are a lifeline, filled with laughter, tears, and the kind of honesty that only comes from years of trust. But as Anita spirals deeper into Chicago's chaos, Vernon's intuition has been on high alert. She senses that something is wrong, even from hundreds of miles away. The possibility of a phone call, one that carries news of a life-altering accident, hangs over the story like a storm cloud. Let's imagine how this terrifying call might unfold. It's a cold Chicago night, the kind where the wind cuts through your coat and the city feels alive with menace. Anita, exhausted from a long day of rehearsals, decides to take a walk to clear her head. She's been struggling with a particularly emotional song, one that Sharon wrote about their mother's death, a loss that still binds the sisters in grief. The lyrics have stirred something in Anita, a raw vulnerability she's not ready to face. She slips out of the apartment without telling Tracy or Sharon, her phone tucked in her pocket, her mind a tangle of memories. As she walks along the Chicago River, the city's lights reflecting off the water, Anita is unaware of the danger lurking nearby. Perhaps it's a reckless driver, speeding through the streets after one too many drinks. Perhaps it's a moment of distraction, a misstep that sends her tumbling into the path of an oncoming car. Or maybe it's something more sinister, a figure from her past, someone who knows the secrets she's been running from. Whatever the catalyst, the result is the same: Anita is hurt, badly, and the call goes out. Miles away, Vernon is at home, sipping tea and scrolling through her phone when it rings. The number is unfamiliar, but something about the late hour makes her heart race. She answers, and a stranger's voice delivers the news: Anita has been in an accident. The details are vague, something about a hospital, critical condition, and the need for someone to come quickly. Vernon's world tilts. She can barely process the words, her mind flooded with images of Anita's smile, her voice, the way she always seemed to carry a light that nothing could dim. Now, that light is flickering, and Vernon is powerless to do anything but book the next flight to Chicago. Back in Chicago, Tracy and Sharon are blindsided by the news. They're at the hospital, pacing the sterile halls, their earlier arguments forgotten in the face of this new reality. Tracy, always the protector, blames herself for not keeping a closer eye on Anita. Sharon, racked with guilt, wonders if her song pushed Anita too far, too fast. The sisters cling to each other, their shared history a lifeline in the face of uncertainty. But the hospital is a place of cold truths, and the doctors' faces offer little comfort. Anita's injuries are severe: broken bones, internal bleeding, a coma that no one can predict the outcome of. The sisters are forced to confront the possibility that they might lose her, just as they were beginning to find their way back to each other. The hospital becomes a stage for their grief and redemption. Tracy, who has always hidden her pain behind bravado, breaks down in a quiet moment, confessing to Sharon that she's never forgiven herself for pushing Anita away. Sharon, usually reserved, finds the courage to share her own regrets, admitting that she's been carrying the weight of their mother's death alone. The sisters begin to talk, really talk, for the first time in years. They recount the good times, the laughter, the nights when their voices blended so perfectly it felt like magic. They also face the bad times, the betrayals, the words they can't take back. It's a painful reckoning, but it's also a step toward healing. Meanwhile, Vernon arrives in Chicago, her heart heavy with fear. She finds Tracy and Sharon in the hospital waiting room, and the three women embrace, their shared love for Anita binding them together. Vernon's presence is a reminder of Anita's strength, her resilience, her ability to inspire those around her. But as the hours tick by, the uncertainty grows. Will Anita wake up? Will she sing again? Will the sisters have a chance to make things right? The potential tragedy of Anita's accident is amplified by the sisters' complicated history. Their mother's death was a turning point, a wound that never fully healed. Anita, the eldest, took on the role of caretaker, sacrificing her own dreams to hold the family together. Tracy rebelled, chasing freedom in ways that often hurt those around her. Sharon withdrew, pouring her pain into her music but never fully expressing it. The sisters' decision to reunite in Chicago was not just about their career, it was about confronting these ghosts, about finding a way to forgive themselves and each other. Anita's accident, if it comes to pass, could be the catalyst that forces them to face these truths head-on. It's a reminder that time is fleeting, that love and forgiveness cannot be postponed. For Vernon, the call is a wake-up call of a different kind. She's always been the one to hold Anita up, to remind her of her worth. Now, she must confront her own fears, of losing her friend, of facing a world without Anita's light. The drama of Beyond the Gates thrives on these high stakes, these moments where the characters' lives hang in the balance, and the audience is left holding their breath. Chicago itself plays a starring role in this unfolding drama. The city is a paradox. Beautiful and brutal, inspiring and unforgiving. Its music scene is a crucible for talent, but it's also a place where dreams can be crushed. For Anita, Tracy, and Sharon, Chicago is both a homecoming and a reckoning. The city's energy fuels their creativity, but it also exposes their vulnerabilities. Anita's late-night walks, her moments of solitude by the river, are a testament to the city's pull, its ability to draw out the deepest parts of a person's soul. If Anita's accident does occur, it will be a moment that resonates with the city's duality. Chicago is a place where beauty and danger coexist, where a single moment can change everything. The accident would not just be a plot twist, it would be a reflection of the risks the sisters have taken, the price they've paid for chasing their dreams. It would also be a test of their resilience, their ability to rise from the ashes of their past. As fans of Beyond the Gates wait to see if Vernon will receive that terrifying call, the tension is palpable. The show has always thrived on its ability to blend high drama with raw emotion, and Anita's story is no exception. Whether or not Tamara Tooney has left the show, the possibility of Anita's accident is a reminder of the fragility of hope, the weight of the past, and the power of love to endure even the darkest moments. For now, we can only speculate about what lies ahead. Will Anita survive her time in Chicago, or will the city claim her as it has so many others? Will Tracy and Sharon find a way to heal their fractured bond? And will Vernon, the steadfast friend, be forced to face a loss she can't imagine? The answers lie in the episodes to come, in the twists and turns that Beyond the Gates is known for. One thing is certain, whatever happens, it will be a story of heartbreak, redemption, and the unbreakable ties that bind us, even in the face of tragedy. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.